Hello. So, what I am going to do is run through several of the products that we use as coaches with Beachbody and what our customers use and what challengers use and what you use probably. So there are a lot of people within this expo who already use Shakeology and a lot of the Beachbody products, but some of you have never heard of them maybe, or well, there's a fat chance of that. If you've been in here, you probably are well versed already. But I'm going to go through, my top 3 favorites, the ones that I use every day, and then a breakdown of the ingredients of them and why our products are super valuable. Because of course I'm a little biased. All right, so first is the Shakeology. This is the everyday mainstay. And it's my favorite food. So it comes in 2 formulations. Hey, Danielle. Okay. So it comes in, we call it regular formulation. And then this is the vegan formulation in the white bag. There's 2 vegan ones, tropical strawberry, which gets most of its flavor from strawberry extract, and then guava extract that's in it. Hey, Tony. Yeah, hey, Carrie. Oh, yeah, my peoples. Okay. So vegan and the regular have a blend of proteins. The regular has whey in it as its first primarily protein source, and it's whey protein isolate. And isolate is the best form of whey because it is the best absorbable form of whey. So we have the top notch, the best form of whey protein as a first ingredient in the regular formulation of Shakeology. Also in the protein blends. Maybe I'm going to read them so I don't forget anything. So in the regular, we've got whey, and then we have pea protein from the peas. Saka inchi is in both, and this is a superfood that comes from Peru, and it's a seed, but Peruvians eat it like nuts, so you roast it and eat it like peanuts, but it's super, super high in omega-3 fatty acids. So they add it to the protein blend because it's a seed, so it offers some protein as well, but it's a really super absorbable source of omega-3 fatty acids, which is important for heart health, and that's important to calm down inflammation in the body, and I'm going to talk about inflammation a lot today. Chia seeds, that's been around for a while. That used to be like real like crunchy and granola, and only like people who shopped at Whole Food ate chia seeds, but now they're becoming more popular and mainstream. Flax seeds, ground flax mill. When you eat regular whole flax seeds, they don't get digested, they just pass through your tract. So you have to eat ground flax seeds, and that's what's in your Shakeology, obviously, or else you'd be chewing. And quinoa. And then in the vegan is you also have rice protein and oat protein. So the reason why there's so many proteins is so we can fill in all the holes, no troll left behind. And so we can hit all of the different levels of amino acids because we have all different kinds of layers of protein to make sure that we're covered. So it's not a singular source of protein because everybody's bodies will absorb things a little bit differently. So we make sure and just have this big carpet woven of protein to make sure that everybody stays safe. And I wrote a whole bunch of notes too so I didn't miss anything because I talk about this stuff all the time and then later I go back and I'm like, oh, but I forgot about that. All right, so the protein source is really good. There's 16 to 19 grams of protein in a serving of Shakeology. So that's just a little bit less than 3 eggs worth or 3 ounces of chicken. All right, so it's comparable to other serving sizes of protein that we eat, especially if you're in the container plan. So the protein source, that's why it counts as a red in your containers because it has the same amount of protein as most other servings of protein. That makes it helpful. Okay. The carbs and the protein ratio in the Shakeology, they're even, which I like this because it's not like, obviously more carbs than protein, that wouldn't be very balanced. But it's also not just more protein than carbs because then it would be leaning more towards a protein supplement, and it's not. It's a complete whole foods meal. So the fact that the carbohydrate content and the protein content are basically the same makes that ratio really good. So what that does is it helps control your hunger, but it also helps sustain your energy and prolong that feeling of fullness or satiety, which is what we call it in the medical world. It prolongs that feeling of fullness for a longer period of time. So that is why it helps suppress the cravings, because your blood sugars aren't flying all over the place. So it just kind of, you eat it, it anchors you down, it stabilizes everything, and then you kind of coast through until your next snack. So it's just kind of like an anchor in the wind, which is good. All right, so we talked about the protein. The second of the 4 kind of main things that make Shakeology so wonderful is all of the antioxidants and phytonutrients that are in that. These are what makes this such an immune booster. These are what protect us. So antioxidants fight against the free radicals, and free radicals are like little babies, kid hoodlums that run around the body and try to attack everything, and that's what tries to make us sick. Free radicals are what produce cancer tumors. So the more fighters we have in the antioxidants and the phytonutrients, those are our body's little warriors, and they attack all the free radicals and keep us safe. So how's that for comparison? Phytonutrients are basically what gives fruits and vegetables their color. So like a red bell pepper that's really deep, dark red has more antioxidants and phytonutrients in it than a red bell pepper that's orangish and pale. All right, so you always, as an aside, you always choose the fruits and vegetables that have the biggest, deepest, darkest colors in them. So the antioxidants and the phytonutrients are important for the cancer prevention. This is why when people drink Shakeology for a while, this is why they don't get sick as much, because basically we're feeding ourselves preventative medicine every day. So thank you, because who wants to be sick? Okay? All of the greens that are in Shakeology, and even if you add kale or whatever in on top of it, and there's a Power Greens boost that you could add to your Shakeology that adds more greens if you don't like eating greens. Like I like kale in chip form and smoothie form. I hate it in sauteed form. All right, so I'll add it to my shake, but I eat other greens as well. So, but everybody's got different taste preferences. So the greens you can add to the shake, but there's already greens in there too. And the greens are really detoxifying. They really help cleanse the liver out. So that's a big part of what they're there. Okay, so we have the fighters. So far we've got good protein coverage that will sustain our body's growth, our lean muscle mass. So as we're losing weight, if you're trying to lose weight, you're losing fat mass versus lean muscle mass, okay? We don't want to be bag of bones. All right, the third main thing about Shakeology that's good, that is not found in other shakes, in the big world of shakes out there, are the adaptogens. So basically, adaptogens are, they help fight against stress, okay? In the old herbal this is the hippie part of Shakeology. This is the cool dude. This is the, I'm going to heal you with herbal medicine. This is the kumbaya part of Shakeology, which is so cool. So I wrote down a couple of examples of the adaptogens that are in there. They just have a normalizing effect. They just calm down the crazy. It's one of the phrases that I say sometimes, because it just makes you feel a little bit better. It improves your health of your adrenal system. And your adrenal system is what regulates your stress hormone, cortisol. So if you have adaptogens that you put in, again, it's that healing medicine that helps your adrenal system stay calm and controlled and stable. So it's not pumping out cortisol all day long if you're going under stress. Stress can be like inner stress if you're going through some things, or external stress if it's you sit in traffic and you breathe in all those traffic fumes, and then you've got road rage. All right, so the adaptogens in Shakeology over time will help just kind of, all right, so mellows you out, man. So it's pretty cool. It just keeps everything calm. Schisandra is an adaptogen in Shakeology. This can improve memory and it aids in digestion. In Chinese medicine, it's the balancing herb because it contains all 5 flavors: sweet and savory and bitter and salty and sour. Did I say sour? Sweet, salty, bitter, sour, savory? No. You guys. Sour, salty, bitter, sweet, spicy. Spicy. Reishi is a mushroom. It can be used in the treatment of fatigue, respiratory ailments. In Chinese medicine, they consider these mushrooms to be a life force tonic and longevity promoter. So this just makes you have better endurance. This just makes you better able things that are to tolerate things that are thrown your way. I really like it. Immune function, it has antibacterial and antiviral actions in it, and it can help reduce your blood sugar. So I could list off all the adaptogens because I did a lot of research on them before I started drinking Shakeology. And you can ask Sarah, I told her no for like 3 months before I would finally do it because I wanted to research every little thing because it was all like ashwagandha. And I'm like, if I can't, nope, if I spit on myself saying it, I ain't gonna drink it. But you do your research on it. There's research out there on it. And I looked it up in my big giant holistic medicine database at work, and I was like, okay. So that I felt bad for being so snarky. Okay, let's move on. The third main thing I love about Shakeology is the prebiotics, the probiotics, and the digestive focus of what this product can bring to us. So prebiotics and probiotics. Probiotics are what everybody talks about, and what most comes to mind for most people is the probiotics like in yogurt. But it's also found in kimchi or in fermented foods. Kombucha is that new probiotic drink that's becoming more and more popular. These are the good bacteria that reset and make sure your pH stays really good in your gut and make sure everything stays clean, and that there's more good fighters or good team versus bad team in the bad bacteria. The prebiotics are the food that the probiotics eat. Right, so prebiotics come from fruits and vegetables mostly, but they're found, obviously, they supplement them into the Shakeology too. So they give you the food for the probiotics, they give you the probiotics, so you're growing your own good bacteria. And then you have the digestive enzymes, the amylase, and those are the things that help us digest our food better. Not only when you're drinking your Shakeology, so your nutrients in the Shakeology will digest better, but it also helps keep all of the little windows and doors and everything in your intestines. It helps keep them clear and unblocked. So that means you're going to digest your dinner better as well. So all the nutrients that you're eating from your vegetables and your healthy proteins and quinoa and whatever else you're having at a later meal also gets digested better because it just kind of keeps your body primed for optimal absorption of our nutrients, especially since we're focusing so much on clean eating with the Beachbody lifestyle. Okay. Regulates your insides, it cleans you out, it resets your gut, it keeps your pipes clean, it keeps your cells open to accept the nutrients, not just during your shake. I said that already. All right, so in a nutshell, it's a complete meal, vitamins and minerals, omega-3 fatty acids, probiotics, fiber, I'm going to list them all off. Immune support. It's really amazing how much they put in here and for it to not taste horrible. So when I first started it, I was reading it, and I don't like spinach. I was reading it, I was like, oh no, there's spinach in there. I'm going to be able to taste it. And I can't taste it. Okay. I drink the vegan chocolate as my primary Shakeology, and they just formulated a couple years ago to make it even more chocolatier. So the vegan chocolate actually has more cocoa in it than the regular formulation does. Because I like chocolate. All right. So no artificial sweeteners, no artificial colors, no soy, no artificial stimulants. So there's no like Red Bull type things in here. It's all naturally sourced from green tea and maca root. No artificial flavors. You are actually getting 100% food. You're not getting stabilizers or fillers or plumpers or gums or anything else that's going to fill up this bag. It's 100% food, and it's clean food, and it's researched food, and it's not just chew up and swallow a piece of bread. It's actual holistic medicine that's built in there for prevention of disease. Literally, I can't say enough. Okay. We talked about the balance of it. All right. So I'm going to move on from there. If there's any questions, post below. Any questions of anything that I talk about, post it below, and I'll go back through when I'm doing, hey, Jessica, when I go back through and make sure and get everything answered. So if there's anything that I said that I just kind of flew through. Hey, Sarah. I hope you enjoyed yourself. All right. So my second favorite product is Energize. And if you drink Energize, post below why you love Energize so much. Because I will speak for myself. I call it yellow crack. You don't waste the crack. All right. So somebody said that in my challenge. One of my best friends from college said that in the challenge groups a couple of months ago, and I never forgot it. Don't waste that crack, because it literally makes you feel so good. And it's a pre-workout formula. So you drink it and you work out within 30 minutes. I've never had a pre-workout before joining Beachbody, and when did I start doing this? It was probably 6 months after I became a coach and was exercising regularly, because I exercise early in the morning. And I was doing hammer and chisel, which is an intense weight training program, and I was dragging. And Teresa actually said, "Girl, why aren't you drinking Energize or something?" I was like, "What?" So I got on board immediately. So the pre-workout formula, I'll tell you a little bit about that. This too, also natural. So we can't just have natural and clean Shakeology and then put a whole lot of crap and dyes and fake stuff in the rest of our performance line. So we have a whole performance line. We have a whole supplement line that I'll talk about a little bit too. We have a meal line. So basically, whatever your nutritional needs are or your health needs are, chances are there's going to be a clean whole foods version of what you need through here versus going to GNC and God only knows what you're going to get. God bless them. Not saying anything bad. I used to buy stuff from GNC all the time. But the FDA just did a whole big, huge research thing blow through GNC. And what was it? I don't want to quote it because I can't remember exactly. But there was a big percentage of products tested that did not have the amount of ingredients that they said they had on the label in the stuff. So that's a big, that ain't right. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right. Energize. Ooh-wee, I drink it every time before I start to work out. So this just increases your overall work capacity. It makes you last longer, so it increases your endurance. And it makes you push harder. I feel like I work out harder with Energize than if I randomly forget it, which is rare because I look forward to taking it. It really is probably borderline addicting, I guess, but not in a bad way because you burn it all off, right? So beta alanine is the main ingredient in this. And this is, if you've ever had a pre-workout formula or if you have Energize, you'll start to feel a tingling somewhere. I always feel it in my lips first. That's how I know that I'm ready to go work out because it's in my system. I'm ready to go. It's like my engine's primed. It's an amino acid which raises muscle carnosine. So what that does is that keeps your muscle pH balanced, so your pH levels in your muscle cells do not drop, because when that drops, that's when fatigue sets in. So this one raises the muscle carnosine, and this is what keeps it on kind of a higher level so you can work out for longer without getting as fatigued and push yourself harder. That means you'll get 2 more push-ups in versus if you didn't take the Energize. So your workout's going to be more effective. Quercetin is a phytonutrient. Again, there's that word again, phytonutrient. Phyto means light. So it's any kind of color and light on the color wheel, and nutrient is a nutrient. Okay, this quercetin is a phytonutrient because it's bright yellow. This is why Energize looks like neon juice, and this is why Hydrate, which is Beachbody's version of Gatorade, is bright as well because of the quercetin in there. But there's also used as a supplement too. So it's what gives Energize its bright yellow color. It enhances immunity, and this is important to put in a pre-workout and in a post-workout formula, which I'll talk about also, because after a hard workout, your body's just kind of beat up. Like everything is used. You're spent. You've expended all of your energy. So that kind of opens the door for if anything is kind of kicking around in the air, you're going to be more likely to catch a cold after a workout than before a workout because your kind of defenses are down. You used up all your energy reserves. Does that make sense? So the quercetin is an immune booster that they add to it, which is nice. So it just kind of, again, they've really thought of everything and they kind of layer it all in. Quercetin also reduces your inflammation markers. It supports the mitochondria creations. So mitochondria is like the batteries for your cells. So the batteries, when they're juiced and ready to go, that means the energy that you have is going to last longer. It's like Duracell for your cells. So when you're working out, more energy, the greater physical output. So you're faster, you're stronger, you're working harder, you're not complaining the whole time, you're not dreading it, you're not watching the clock, you're actually invested in being present in the moment. Okay. Energize. Oh, it's my second favorite, obviously, other than my food that I drink every single day. So we'll put that there. Where am I at? I don't know how long I've been talking. All right, my third favorite product is Shakeology Boost, the digestive health. So fiber is my second favorite F word, because that is how important it is for our body. I am dead serious. All of the research in the medical field, not all of it obviously, but they are putting so much emphasis and money into research on gut health, because gut health, this chi right here, this is where everything is coming from as far as health goes. If your gut ain't right, ain't nothing else right in your whole entire body, period. So a scoop of digestive boost in your shake. I call it my Monday special, because I usually have digestive boost, if no other day, on every single Monday, because I feel like it'll erase my weekend. Whatever happened over the weekend, it's just my thing. But I used to drink Metamucil, because that's how I would supplement with fiber. Even though my diet was good in fruits and vegetables, it's, you need a minimum of 20 grams of fiber per day. Minimum. All right, and Shakeology has 6. A scoop of this has 7. All right, so if you have a Shakeology and a scoop of your digestive health, then you're up to 13 grams of fiber, and then you've got 4 green containers of vegetables you need to eat. You'll rack it up. You'll rack it up. It's going to be fine. Okay, so what else I like about this is that it also has omega-3 fatty acids in them from the chia seeds and the ground flax meal. So again, not only is it just fiber, but it's also omega-3 fatty acids. So they're always layering as much, and they're shoving as much nutrients into all of the products as much as they can. That's what makes it, that's why we can say that it's nutrient dense. Nutrient dense means packs more bang for your buck. Okay, this has both kinds of fiber. So there's 2 kinds of fiber, soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. Insoluble fiber is what we call roughage. And then soluble fiber is the type of fiber that actually lowers cholesterol. So it's great for your heart health. So this is why Cheerios gets marketed so well for cholesterol. This is why everybody talks about when they have high cholesterol, they need to eat oatmeal. It's because oatmeal's high in soluble fiber. It just sucks up the cholesterol, and then you poop it out before your body can absorb it. Digestive health. It's amazing. Okay. I've even taken it just in plain water, like as a shot. It's not that good that way. It's not flavored. That's why you need to put it in something. I guess you could put it in a juice. All right, let me reorganize my stuff. Any questions? I hope you're posting below. I hope there's a ton of questions that I can answer when I'm done. Focused energy is another boost that you can use in your Shakeology. Guarana and green tea extract. So it doesn't, it's a natural form of lift. So it's not going to make you jittery and weird. Like today I had 2 really strong cups of coffee and my stomach's been hurting. I should have just had 1 and then put this in my shake, because it's just more gentle. And it keeps you from, I don't know. I put this in my shake when I am on days that I have to teach, because it just helps me stay more alert and focus on the task at hand. Okay. My cousin, Andrea, drinks this because she's a teacher and she teaches little kids. And I teach adults. I need like double of that if I taught little kids. Paul's about to go to work. He'll come say hi in a minute. Okay. All right, moving on. I don't think I've forgotten anything. 3-day